It's interesting what you can learn from kids. And there's this one little girl that told me a story that just broke my heart. She also was Peruvian, and true story. I wish I were making this up, but I'm not. She told me that her stepdad purchased her mom as a mail order bride. And when I heard that, it tore me up inside to think that he could have bought American. And for those of you who didn't know that you can purchase wives here in America, you can. They got a whole network devoted to it. It's called Bravo. Just watch any show that begins with the words "The Real Housewives of." And if those gold diggers are a little out of your budget for you, there's also a bargain bin. It's called the Jersey Shore. Now, in all fairness, I know Snooki's an import. But come on, it's not like anyone was really going to waste any money on her. I mean, come on. The wench looks like an Oompa Loompa crack whore. Let's be real about it. And also, the Bible, and in the spirit, you know, the Bible did warn us about Snooki. It said, beware the golden cow. So, y'all ready for your next comic? This next gentleman, very funny guy. He got his start here. He came out to Janesville the other night, so he's crossing state lines. He is crossing borders. So please put your hands together for Mr. Johnny P.
What's up, Rockford? Bookworm. And all you fine people coming out here on a Friday night. Y'all could be anywhere, but you came to hear some comedy. You should give yourselves a round of applause. Out here to support hunger strike and also support hungry comedians. That just works together. Comedians love to eat. Talking about restaurants, I come from a city where there's about 4 things: hotels, restaurants, churches, and liquor stores. And that's all there is. There ain't no houses, just like stay up in the hotel room or stay in the back alley of the liquor store. You might think that's contradictory, but it all works hand in hand. You go to the liquor store, just get the night started, end up at a restaurant, pick up someone, end up at a hotel, and by the end of the morning comes by, you feel so terrible, you gotta get yourself to a church. You ever get excited to come home to your wife or your husband? I don't know, brother, what are you talking about, man? I want to work some overtime. I don't know what happened. My wife left for a week, and since then, I just can't get enough of her. And I got home, I was so excited. I started singing, I said, the Humpty Dance is your chance. Do the hump. Do the Humpty Hump. Do the Humpty Hump. And she said, fool, we already did that. Now look at me. My wife's about ready to pop. Seriously, we're at like week 39. Next week, y'all, fatherhood is coming my way. The day he was giving us a scare, he was preached, and we didn't know what he was going to do. It's getting big in there, and it's getting tight. And so she had to go to the ultrasound. He got himself righted up. He's head down. And I started thinking about that. I said, ain't that crazy? The first thing a boy does is use his head to get out of a vagina. And ain't it a bitch if the first thing a boy's doing when he's a teenager is trying to get his head back into a vagina? Ain't that some shit? I like to do bits on the news. I don't know if y'all been following the news, but I saw this headline. It said Republicans turned off by the size of Obama's package. For real, y'all. For real. Republicans can't handle it, and that says a lot of things. First of all, I think it finally proves that President Obama is black enough. Also, it proves he's man enough to lead this country.
Yeah.
And thirdly, if we got a Speaker of the House named John Boner, and he can't handle the size of Obama's package, bro, you might as well just bend over and take it. Come on, it's coming, Boner. It's coming. America is really good at producing two things: athletes and bullshit. Well, we are really good at producing athletes. We produce more athletes than just about any country. You look at the Olympics, more gold medalists almost all the time. Very rare does another country beat us out. We are into the extreme sports. That's just how extreme, how much we are into the athletics. We got extreme bungee jumping, extreme skydiving. Politicians getting jealous. They want to get in on the action. They got to have their extreme physical cliff jumping. Yeah, they're creating their own network, ESPN3. Have you heard about this? Extreme Sports Political Network. Politicians going to be jumping off cliffs. And all I got to say is, more power to you. Politician want to jump off a cliff, go right for it. Go right for it. Politicians getting crazy. Up in the White House, Congress. They have to build their own cliff, though. They're on the East Coast. What is it? They're going to have to go over to like West Virginia, dodge the rednecks and their trucks and their shotguns. You know, it's getting close to Christmas. It's my favorite holiday. Think this one will be all right? Okay. It's the best time of the year, and you know, I've been thinking a lot about Christmas holiday, the season, the reason for the season. You know, the families, the getting together, hanging out. But really, Christmas is my favorite holiday because it's unlike any other holiday. It's the only holiday we celebrate the birth of a son whose mother was raped by God. But he was so gentle. He's a gentleman. He was so gentle, she didn't even know it. The angel had to come and tell Joseph what done happened. Hey, I took Mary on a date. I had too much wine. You know, it started as water. Started drinking wine. Joseph, before I knew it, I'm sorry, man, you're going to have a baby. God, come on. Yeah, it all worked out. You know, Joseph and Mary got together. You told me Marcy and John, they were doing it, they didn't get pregnant? He said, yeah, but I also told you she was letting John put it up her ass. Mary said, that's dirty! That's dirty! He said, yeah, but Marcy ain't pregnant. So Mary said, all right, I guess we'll compromise. So she had her baby, they made up the story, and she still, to this day, is called the Virgin Mary. Thank you all, that's all I got. I'm Johnny P. Thank you very much.
Man, I just turned this place into an obstacle course trying to get up here. Give it up for Johnny P, everyone!